Yes, Alex?
Let me tell you about Man.
I've swapped complete failure as a Kickstarter.
Star Fox Command is the first game that you get to be Anthony Birch.
The first of many fuck yous. Like a fucking Looney Tunes? Homestuck.
The only stipulation was behave yourself and keep your dick in your pants, and you have not followed through on that.
There we go. I swear to God, it count down and then held at 44 just to piss me off.
I think you might have just been perceiving it that way because you were so excited. It's kind of like when time slows down when something bad happens. Example, here's a little quick story that's probably not going to get in the recording, but I'm going to tell it anyway. So I was riding my bike home from Walmart one night. It was in the winter, so it was like raining and snowing at the same time because, Idaho.
That's called sleet.
So there was a big-ass puddle of water over, this curb, and I'm like, oh, they finally installed that bike path that they were talking about. And as soon as I'm like, I'm gonna ride over it. As soon as my bike tire goes into the water, time stops, and I'm like, no, they didn't. And I hit the curb and go flying off my bike.
You hit the curb and got your ass launched.
Yeah, luckily, it didn't hurt because I landed in the fucking snow, so who cares? But god damn it, I felt like an idiot, and I finally understand what people are talking about when they think, when something really, bad happens and time stops. Like, if you're about to get in a fucking car accident or something. I get it now.
Uh-oh, my mom is texting me. And you know what that means? It's January. Or was January, because right now it's February 2nd, and this is the January questions of the month.
Nailed it.
Got it in one. So the first question, this is from The Realist Jeff. Please tell us either about your Homestuck ERP adventures or your failed penis inspection day. So I have mentioned both of these stories at moments in the podcast. I'm going to, because the very first episode of the podcast was I told the story about accidental gay Homestuck roleplay, and we removed it because, one, the audio quality was fucking terrible.
Yeah, it was
and
the very first episode ever.
Yeah, and two, we did it didn't turn out that funny in hindsight. So I'm going to tell the story right now. So Homestuck was nearing completion, and I'm like, oh man, I want to talk about Homestuck, but I don't have any friends who like Homestuck. I don't know why that is. I can't imagine why. I just want to talk about Homestuck. So I find, okay. The very first time it happened, I added someone from Homestuck General on Steam, and that was my first mistake. I should have known immediately what this would lead to. And so I was talking to him like, hey, let's play some Team Fortress 2. Let's play some man versus machine. And then he just kept sending me these awkward messages, and I'm like, oh, he must just be kind of weird or something, whatever. He's awkward, whatever. I just want to play some fucking man versus machine. I'll do anything I need to get my goddamn 6-player co-op Team Fortress 2 mode going. I'm trying to remember the exact situation, but I was joke responding in the way that John would because of something he said. And then I realized oh no, it was as I was slowly scrolling up, I'm like, oh no. I've been going back and forth. He wasn't just pretending to be awkward. He was trying to get it on digitally. And then second time, I was in an IRC chat, and then it just happened naturally, where I was trying to talk to someone and it happened again. But that's the gist of the story. There were some funny goofs that we had in there, but they're gone now. Gone forever. Locked in the Let Me Tell You About vault. Alright, so this next question, this is by Phil the Muffin. Are there any other deepest lore series you'd want to look at? Personally, with how they're fucked up the story... Hold on, this is all weird. Personally, with how they fucked up the story, I'd recommend Magic. I actually don't know much about Magic the Gathering story. It seems to just be turbo nerd shit, which is fine, but it's the story in Magic is pretty much never impacting the game at all. From what I understand, I think Fox got the movie rights to Magic or something. We kind of have two deepest lore series now. We have the WoW one, which will probably do more of that. Did that expansion come out, Alex?
What, the new one, Battle for Azeroth?
Yeah.
No, but it's coming out this year.
We'll probably do more as it gets closer to that. And then the Homestuck one, which, man, Homestuck month was a very, very, I underestimated how much fucking work I was going to put into the episodes.
Really fucking popped a boner in that one.
Because, and it was probably for the best, because now I've got like a sucking 17-page long document just for the Andrew Hussey is a fucking hack section. So, the other one that I would go with, I would go with Mario Deepest Lore, because we can go into how Mozart is actually still alive. You knew it was coming, Alex. You know I had to do it to him.
You know I had to do it to him.
All right, Violet Neon. And this one, I think I already know the answer to this one. If you could rewrite dialogue and voice act one video game character or anime character, whomst would it be? And Raditz. To fix what the wasted potential personified that is Raditz.
Well, I mean, go ahead, take my answer, why don't ya?
That's what I mean. I can't think of someone better to do, because I can't think of, like, a huge waste of potential character in a video game or anime right at this time, besides fucking Raditz.
Yamcha? One of the main
Yamcha's...
characters of the original series who was killed off and then almost forgotten about at the beginning of the series.
You know what? I think Yamcha turned out pretty okay, because he's pretty fun to play in Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Okay. What is a character other than those two? Hard mode, no Dragon Ball characters, of a wasted potential character that could have been way, way better. Half the cast of Chrono Cross. This is a tough one, actually, when you think about it. We're taking easy mode. Just those two, Raditz and Yamcha.
Because I'm racking my brain here. Oh, okay. The other one I would choose would be Paper Bowser in any game that he showed up in past Super Paper Mario. I would, just surgically transplant actual Paper Bowser and put him into that shitlog of a game that was Sticker Star. Or maybe I'll keep him out. Keep him sanitary. Keep him clean from their nonsense. But, alright, next question here. If you were to write a book series, any kind, a novel, short story, comic, what genre would it be, and briefly describe the plot? Personally, I would write a comic book chronicling the adventures of the characters in Revival, a Dungeons & Dragons real play podcast.
I would... Well, we go back to what we did back in Drunk Duck. I would make TV Man, superhero with a TV for a head. He has a fucking remote that can let him transform into various different TV channels. But because he's an old-fashioned TV with, like, the little antennas and everything, like a really old-fashioned black and white one, he only has about 4 channels, and 3 of them aren't even useful to him.
I didn't know about that power for TV, man.
I thought of it way later. I thought of rather than just have him be a hero with a TV head, let's actually incorporate that in some kind of way other than be a fucking child about it. So I gave him the new power of he has a he has a gun holster, but it's just a remote control in there. He just hits a button on there, change the channel, and change his power. But he'll have a channel that's just in Spanish, so he would transform into whatever that's on the Spanish channel at that time and speak entirely in Spanish. He would have an old-fashioned black and white superhero cartoon he would transform into, like Flash Gordon or some shit. He would have a weather channel, and I couldn't think of a 4th one, but that's basically what we would have.
Gunsmoke. That's what the 4th one would be.
He would just have his power would basically be whatever conveniently is on TV at that time out of those 4 free channels that he gets.
It would, when he turns on the Spanish one, it would be like Latin American Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story 3.
You get the idea, yeah.
Where he gets way more suave, and he gets one of those little mustaches that are just 2 little dashes, Or
yes.
Just, if I was to write a book series, I'm gonna cheat and say. So when I started, I flipped a coin to decide if I was going to continue working in Game Maker or if I was going to make a podcast. And I would just, I guess, take the story and all that fun stuff I had with Game Maker and just turn that into a short story or a comic. Pretty much just take the 2 frog characters I made, because I'm more interested in them than I am the rest of the bullshit. So I would just make a comic about Robert and Kane. That's what I would do.
We've got TV Man, I've got Binda Man. I could transform half of my dreams into little comics if I could draw. And then I've got that one fucking book that I will someday write, maybe in the future, possibly, question mark. Next question.
This one's from Flower, and he asked the real questions. How would Tad's life be different if he was mistakenly named Chad at birth? So the story of Chad Tad. So there's the podcast Tad versus the Chad Tad.
You would be the exact same person, but your name would be Chad. So for the past year, you would just be like, yeah, that's me, with every single Chad picture.
Oh man, if my name was Chad, I would milk this meme for everything it's worth. I would rename the podcast.
Let me Chad you about.
This one's from Oven. If you could swap places with one fictional character from any form of media, who would it be and why? I mean, I'd swap places with John Homestuck from the webcomic Homestuck.
Why would you want to be in the Homestuck world? That place fucking sucks.
Because I could alchemize shit. It would be awesome.
It's full of stupid teenagers.
Well, so is real life. Except in real life, I can't take some scissors and a fucking a PlayStation 4 and combine them together to make like half a PlayStation that I could chop like a pair of scissors or something, you know?
If I could be okay, so here's the problem. If I'm gonna swap places with anybody, whoever I'm swapping places with is gonna become a lazy asshole. So, like, imagine I become Vegeta. No, I'm not training the gravity chamber. I'll just be like, nah, I don't really feel like it. And I'll get on my fucking computer as Vegeta, type of something, but because my power level is like a bazillion, break the keyboard and then cry because I realize that now I'm too strong to do anything fun.
Alex, you know what would happen? And this is, okay, you know in Rayman 2, The Great Escape? When you go up to the guy, when you have to get the potion to get Klungo back to life or whatever the fuck his name was? And you can just...
the fucking dude with the hat.
That's when the swap changes. Rayman takes over your body, you become Rayman, and then you take the gold and you live on that golden island.
I mean, if the spooky voodoo guy offered me a bazillion gorillion gold, I wouldn't take it because he's the spooky voodoo guy. He's clearly plotting some shit.
Yeah, but I do want a. Yeah, but never.
Yo, wabba zabba. Yo, do want an A. Yo, super twister. Yo, wabba doo. Yeah, Rayman.
This one's from Zoso159. Hello, Tad and Alex is spelled Alex. Just wondering, have you ever been in a situation where you're discussing a piece of media with someone unfamiliar about it, but showed an interest in it and accidentally spoiled something for them? I don't know, Alex, has that ever happened to you? Yeah, that ever happened to you? You ever just, like, talk about something and then, like, your friend just kicks open the door, and spoils a bunch of cool shit about Dark Souls?
Yes, because look, talking to Ted about Dark Souls makes me understand why devs casualize games so much. Ted's the kind of guy who opens a conversation with is this game even good? I mean, it looks like shit watching this guy play it. So when he plays it, I'm like, okay, Ted, I put like fucking traffic codes. I'm like, you know those guys who like direct airplanes to directing you to the fun spots to make absolutely sure you don't shit yourself because you don't know how to play. I understand what they do now. But yes, there's another case where I was when I first bought, here's a little Persona spoiler for the people who haven't played this like 12-year-old game. When I first got Persona 4 Golden, I'm like, hey guys, I just bought Persona 4 Golden. My friend just immediately chimes in and says, Adachi is the killer. I'm like, I don't know who that is, but fuck you too.
Now, I have, I accidentally did it with Breath of the Wild, where I was talking to Tim and I accidentally talked about a bunch of the cool stuff that you can do in the game. It was nothing story mode wise, but I was just like, oh man, you can do X, Y, and Z and do this and this and this. And then I realized halfway through, I'm like, I'm spoiling like the cool shit that made me like this game, and I felt really bad about it for like a month. I really liked Breath of the Wild. I felt bad for ruining it for someone else in some way.
Spoilers don't really bother me. So, like, I don't really care. Like, it didn't stop me from enjoying the game once I knew Adachi was the killer. In fact, all it made me do was, like, maybe understand everything he was doing. And I'm like, huh, he's a sneaky little shit, isn't he?
So next question. This is a good one. This one's from Breadcoon. Nintendo has contracted us to create a spin-off series of Mario and Luigi titled Wario and Waluigi. What do we do? Okay, first of all, title it's going to be Wario and Waluigi Partners in Crime. Obviously.
Duh.
Obviously.
Free space. Moving on.
So, all right, so let's brainstorm the plot here. So, Wario and Waluigi are okay, we're going to start it off. They just lost a tennis match.
Okay, moving on.
So they just lost a tennis match. They just got out of Mario Tennis jail. Because it's just after they tried to do some shit with Bowser. It didn't work out. And so they're talking to each other. And, okay, Alex, big point here. Do Wario and Waluigi talk to each other, or do they just do a form of Waz and Waz?
They will, like, walk out of the, okay, picture this with, like, the Mario and Luigi, like custom sprites. They would just, like, walk out of the jail. The boy would turn to, like, Wario would turn to Waluigi and go, like, I'm going to Wario. And then Waluigi would be like, yeah, no, Wario. They would just, like, do the generic, like, that Mario and Luigi did. They would bicker at each other for, like, a quick second. Then they would overhear, like, a couple of toads. Fuck it.
Okay, slow down there, Miyamoto. You can't allow any original characters.
Well, no, they're in the Mushroom Kingdom, so hold on a second. So, they hear about how Mario and Luigi are doing a bunch of cool shit in, like, the Bean Kingdom, and they're going to go take a vacation in some new fucking kingdom. Some new random fucking ass kingdom. Wario and Waluigi, still butthurt that they lost their tennis match and their plans failed. They both get little thought bubbles above their heads. They see a little picture of Mario and Waluigi. Then the little, like, sprites of them push them out of the way, and Wario and Waluigi, like, on, like, little pedestals. Wario and Waluigi push them out of the way and take their place. And then the little thought bubbles turn into light bulbs. And they're like, their plan? To get to that kingdom first and cause as much trouble and chaos and say that we're Mario and Luigi, so that when Mario and Luigi get there, they have a bad vacation.
Fantastic. Another idea to add on top of it. They're saying, like, wah, wah. I don't know, my toad voice sounds like Gruntilda. So the toads mention, oh yeah, and in the world that they're going to, there's this golden city, the city of 1,000,000 coins. And so that's their subplot. To get there, fuck everything up for Mario and Luigi, and also get to the lost city of golden coins. It's Wario and Waluigi, Partners in Crime, now on Indiegogo.
See, I went with Partners in Crime. I went off of that title to make them cause as much mischief and trouble as fucking possible.
Alright, next one here. This one's from Pop Gun Panic. Different books, games, shows, etc. have different incarnations of the Grim Reaper, but which one is your favorite and why?
Okay, so I'm going to say it first, because I know you're going to say the same answer. Grim from Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
I had a different one. Bullshit.
He's voiced by some deeply accented African guy. That's really funny to me.
He's voodoo. My version. So in I believe it's Fables. There's a version of Death that just he has to get you and put you in the bag. And so he shows up to somebody who's fated to die and says, "All right, that's very fun, that's a very touching story. Now get in the fucking bag." And that's what he does. He puts you in the bag. He just takes the bag, you get in the bag, and then he leaves. You ain't gonna argue it's that you're getting in the fucking bag. That's my favorite version of Death. Also from that one image where life sends Death many gifts, and then Death gets it, and it's a chicken with sneakers.
Okay.
Okay, this next one's directly for you, Alex.
Oh,
this is from Bees for the Bodaciousness that Brad brings to this scene. Now that the dust has settled, what went wrong? What did I mean by this?
Go fuck yourself. Next question.
A deal's a deal, Alex.
This is her game. No, I'm sorry. Did you buy her game? This is X character. Say something nice about her. X character is cute. Cute.
Okay, next one. This is from Stupid Geeks. All right. So this one, gun to my head. And honestly, I don't think he needs to put a gun to my head. That's a little bit excessive for this one. You can either play PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, Xbox Edition, or Fortnite, PlayStation 4. Only squad mode, and one kid in your game is from Brazil. Which game do you choose?
What was the first game again?
PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds or Fortnite. So
Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, especially on fucking console. What? Okay, so
Wait. Hold on. I have to know the details. If I'm playing Fortnite, can I still dab?
if you're on console and you are able to buy it with money, then yes.
Okay, then yeah. Fucking Fortnite, you can dab on people. You don't understand how great it is to have that as a fucking emote. Like, imagine the scenario. You're my friend.
That's a weird scenario.
No. The three of us died, and my one friend is the one who's left. He is drunk off his ass and says, "Hey," to his friend in the back, says, "Hey, check this shit out." He starts fighting this guy around his buildings, like misses every shot, but the opponent misses every shot on him. A rocket flies by, it doesn't kill him. He just stands there, dabs once, pulls out his shotgun, kills the opponent, and then dies.
It's Fortnite is the Team Fortress 2 of video games.
Or Ted, picture this. You melee kill somebody, which is a pretty impressive thing to do. It's the absolute BM thing. You melee kill somebody, you start to dance over his dead body, someone shoots at you, but because you're dancing, you dodge every single shot. That's Fortnite.
Fortnite is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, but replace the, like, super gritty, realistic strategy with fun, and then you get Fortnite.
With fun.
Alright, so next question here. Jaden K, what is the dumbest thing you guys did in high school? And did you get caught? Well, Alex, I know this answer to the second one. You never got caught with any of the dumb shit that you did.
I already talked about El Paco Tortilla, the Dancing Amigo. That was pretty much the only highlight in my high school life. That and when I fell asleep in class. Did I tell that story?
Yeah, where you woke up and said, "one," and then everyone stood and clapped.
Well, no. I don't mean that one. The other time I fell asleep in class, in my English class.
Maybe not. I don't know. Tell it.
Okay. So the English one was, I opened up my book to use as a pillow so I could sleep on the pages. Cause, me. And, I actually just fell straight asleep. My teacher said I was apparently actually snoring too, but I don't know about that. So I wake up, or he wakes me up and says, "Hey, Alex." He points to the clock, "You better get to your next class," and there's only 1 minute left, and I'm like, "Oh, god damn it." So I fucking have to run through the fucking hallways with my leg that's still asleep, so it hurts like fucking hell. So I'm just like limping through the fucking hallways, jump down the stairs, and make it to my class with like 10 seconds to spare, because I'm the best. And I get in trouble, by the way. He could have done anything else to me, but for whatever reason, he just let me go with a joke.
One thing that I did in high school, my English teacher was retiring after like 20 years or something. And he had cardboard cutouts in his room. He had one of Godzilla and no, I'm sorry, this is my psychology teacher. He had one of Godzilla, he had one of like a knight, and then he had one of Hillary Clinton. And I gave him $2 and took the Hillary Clinton standout. And I hope I haven't told this story on the podcast already to Noise Boys or something.
It's new to me, so let me hear it.
So I had a life-size Hillary Clinton cardboard cutout. This was in 2012. So this is before the presidential election and all that shit. And what I did was I put it in our window when me and Tim's first apartment. And I just had it sitting there looking out there. But what we would do is that when the other person wasn't home, we would take that stand out and put it in places. So like you got home, you put the groceries in there, you turned into your room and you open the door and bam, she's looking right at you. Where it's pitch black and all you see is the cardboard cutout in the shape of Hillary Clinton. You turn on a light and she spooks the fuck out of you. It got to the point where, like, I went to the top of the stairs. It was super, super dark. I went to the top of the stairs. I was super tired after working really, really long. I had like a 13-hour shift. I turned around and I almost fell down the fucking stairs because Tim put Hillary Clinton in the dark corner where you couldn't see her. And I got spooked. I smacked like the hat rack. It hit me and I almost fell down and died. So that's when Hillary Clinton was removed from my residence. Also, someone drew like a little Mexican mustache on her, and it was erased, replaced by a Hitler stash, erased again with like a swirly. She had a lot of mustaches.
It reminds me of the story of I saw just this image where it was at a grocery store, some retail store or whatever. They had a big cardboard cutout of the guy from The Office to celebrate the new release of the DVD. So someone put it in the girl's bathroom. So a girl like leaves, like looks through the mirror and just sees the fucking Steve Carell, I think his name is, right behind her, and she fucking screamed.
Okay. Steve, why was it Steve Carell?
That's his name, right? The guy from The Office.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
the boss. Because he's the iconic character from The Office.
Shit. All right. Okay, this one's from Greed. If you had the option to either separately fist fight 10 geese one at a time, gauntlet style, or fight a 10-month-old black bear with a stick you found in your backyard, which would you choose?
What was the first one again?
So you're in a gladiatorial ring, and you come out there, and you have to beat up one goose, and then they let loose one more goose, and you keep doing that through those trials until you get to the last goose, who's got like a scar on his eye, his feathers are all ruffled, and he's got like a fucking gladiatorial like mace he's got like a gladiatorial sword just like duct taped to his side so he could run at you and try to stab you. He's the final boss. And the other one is a fucking bear that you have to fight with a stick.
The fuck? It's a goose. Okay, you saw the Tumblr post, which was, if God doesn't exist, then why does a human hand fit so perfectly around the neck of a goose?
Okay, Alex, so here's my strategy to getting through the goose gauntlet. So, the first goose, I'm like, oh shit, I'm in a goose fight. You know, oh man, not this again. I swore after the last one that I'd retire, but here I am again. So the first goose, I kick him in the face, and he goes down, because he's real weak. He's the Glass Joe. He's the Glass Goose. The next one comes out. I grab him by the neck, and I swing around, and I hit him against the side of the stage, but I hold on to him, and I pick up the other one, and I dual wield some gooses, and I fight the rest of the gooses, swapping out for new gooses after, like, my old one, like, weapon durability.
I was gonna say that once you kill the first goose, you have a weapon. Like, you're set.
You have a goose mace. And then, you know what I say at the end when I get to the final one? The goose is loose. Then I smack them both at once. And then I take his... And then it's... You know what? No, it really is like a video game because I beat the final one and I get a gladiatorial sword, but I already beat all the gooses, so... Thanks for the return postage badge. That'll do me a lot of fucking good. Alright, next one. This one's from Chris. What's the deal with Star Citizen? Is it ever going to come out? Baby, I'm glad I didn't kickstart it.
I have no idea what anything about that game is even about, other than, like, it seems just like the dumbest scam of my life. I didn't fund this thing. I didn't think anyone actually funded this thing, because it just seems like some bullshit. Like, whatever.
We've got our last question here. This one's from Spade, or Spad. He didn't put the umlauts over the A this time. I can't think of anything, so I'll just ask, how are you two doing? You know what? I'm really happy. A lot of people ask, how are you guys doing? But they never ask, why are you doing? Wait, I got that mixed up.
Dumbass!
So, Alex, how are you doing?
I'm angry and agitated that you're so stupid.
Same. So, let's go ahead and do our shout-outs here at the end. I'll go ahead and I'll go first. I want to give a shout-out and a thanks to Decaf Galange, Evan Dreshnick, Chris Kirk, Lavender Sheepy, and Sean Dunsmore.
I also want to give a shout out to Ozzy Olson, Lors the Ninth, Bread, Phil the Muffin, and Alba.
So that was all of our questions for this month. I'm glad we were able to get it done relatively on time. It's been a big rush to get the last few episodes out. I had a bunch of delays with the Dragon Ball FighterZ one, where we were trying to get some because we wanted to put video up for that one because it's all about training and all that. But I had to wait for Dan to get that, and then Alex wasn't able to record on some nights, so we weren't able to get some stuff out. But
Life's hard.
Yeah, you better be, Alex.
What?